In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the most cost-effective ways to get massive loot and crush bases at Town Hall 6. Yo, what's up guys, it's Jay Smith here. Hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, we're covering a Town Hall 6 giant attack strategy, and overall, this attack strategy works great for not only attacking, but also farming as well. So as you can see, it's composed primarily of 15 giants, 20 barbarians, and 29 archers, and it also brings along 2 heal spells as well. So you also can see that I do have 4 giants in the clan castle. This attack strategy works great with or without clan castle troops. I'll be showing replays of both in my attacks. So if I was to bring clan castle troops, I would either bring 4 giants or I would recommend you bring hog riders. Both of those troops work great. And if we take a peek at my attack log, overall it looks pretty solid. The majority of my attacks are 3 stars, and even the 2 attacks that I did not get 3 stars on, I still got a massive amount of loot, so really happy with the results of this attack composition as a whole. But the plan for today is we're going to be covering 2 replays, one without clan castle troops and one with clan castle troops, that way you guys know how to use both ways. And then we're doing live attacks for the rest of the video, so if you guys enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So for replay number 1, we are going to be explaining it without using clan castle troops. So the reason I hit this base is because one is it has over 150,000 gold in elixir, which I recommend that at this level you guys should be hitting bases with a minimum of 150k or at least 100k each to hit a base. So we want to go ahead and hit the base where the 2 mortars are at. So as you can see, this second mortar is actually under construction, so it's going to make our attack even easier. But we want to get rid of this mortar first. So the 2 defenses that are going to be the most dangerous to this attack strategy are going to be the mortar and the wizard tower. So we want to take care of these 2 defenses as soon as possible because they're just so good at destroying not only the barbarians but also the goblins as well. So we want to go ahead and take them out ASAP. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to use the giants put down first to go ahead and tank, and then we're going to go ahead and deploy the barbarians and archers and all that after. So as you're going to go ahead and see, I'm going to go ahead and break in the wall here using the wall breakers, and then I'm going to go ahead and place down some of the giants to go ahead and start taking up some of the defenses. So after the giants have taken some of the tanking, what I'm going to go ahead and do is start putting down some of the archers and the barbarians behind him. Notice how I haven't put down the goblins yet, and the reason being is because I want to make sure that all these frontline defenses have been taken care of before I go ahead and put them down, just because goblins have very little HP. So now that the first line of defenses are already taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and put down the next set of wall breakers, as you can see here, to go ahead and break into this core of the base and go ahead and let my giants in there. So as they go ahead and proceed and break in, the giants are going to go ahead and push into the middle of the base. I'm going to go ahead and put the first heal down because there's going to be a lot of damage here at the core. As you can see, there's a whole lot of defenses here that are pointing in the core here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a first heal down. And then I just went ahead and put down the goblins because as you can see, all the defenses up here and buildings up here are clear. So the goblins are going down, and you're going to go ahead and start taking out all the resources and farming up all that loot, while the giants and pretty much the barbarians and archers are distracting and taking out all the other trash buildings and defenses. So that's pretty much the basic formula of how you use this attack strategy. So if I just run it back for you one more time, is you're going to go ahead and put the giants down to tank. After the giants have taken out the primary buildings, such as, let's say, the mortars and the wizard towers, you want to go ahead and put down the archers and barbarians. And then when the front line of defenses are pretty much gone and the coast is clear, you want to go ahead and put down the goblins so that way they can go ahead and clear the rest of the base easily. Let's go ahead and hop into replay number 2. Base number 2 is a lot harder to hit than base number 1, and the reason being is because it's a solid base layout as a whole. The splash damage is spread out, the wizards and mortar towers are spread out, so we're going to have to use our heal spells effectively to go ahead and take out this base and get the 3 stars and get all the loot that we want to get. So what we're going to want to go ahead and do is, first of all, I think that the mortar does take priority over the wizard towers just because of the massive range of the mortar. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is enter in on this side to go ahead and take out that first mortar, and then go ahead and break into the core of the base. That way my giants can go ahead and start clearing out pretty much the entire guts of this base. So because the splash damage is spread out, I can't wait forever to place down my Barbarians, Archers, and Goblins, so I'm going to have to use my heal spells effectively to pull this off. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, as we take a look, I'll just put down some of the Archers to go ahead and take out some of the outside buildings, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my Giants here. I put down the Clan Castle down here as well, just to go ahead and help the rest of my Giants funnel in. But I'm going to wall break in, get the core of the Giants in, and start placing them inside. And in the meantime, I'm also placing down some of the Archers and Barbarians to go ahead and snipe down some of these outside buildings to create a funnel inside the core of the base. So, because there's so much damage here in the middle of the base, I'm going to have to throw down an early heal to go ahead and keep my Giants alive, so that way the Barbarians and Archers can keep doing their thing on the outside and destroying those outside buildings. So that first wizard is down, and I just finally placed my goblins. I want to place my goblins when the most of the frontline defenses are gone, like I said in the first clip. So now that a lot of this top side of the base is destroyed, I placed down my goblins, and they're going to go ahead and hop into the core of the base after the giants. So what I'm going to do here is, because as you can see, my giants are now inside that little radius, so the mortar is going to start targeting outside troops. So I'm going to have to drop a heal that's going to not only cover the giants, but also these goblins and barbarians in here, so that way they stay alive as well. So this was just a great heal, because not only did it cover from the mortar, but it also helped protect them from this wizard tower as well. Of course, the heal will run out eventually, but for the most part, my troops did their job and were able to stay alive a lot longer, thus helping us win the base and beat the base much easier. But overall, the Giants are going to go ahead and push in, and generally attacking with Clan Castle troops is much easier, because Clan Castle troops a lot of the times are typically higher level than Town Hall 6. So that's base number 2. Let's go ahead and get into some live attacks. Let's go ahead and hit some bases here, and I do have some Giants in the Clan Castle, so let's see what we can find. I want to find some bases with at least a minimum of 100k gold and elixir. So let's go ahead and keep searching here. Alright, so we found a pretty good base, and even though it has under 100k elixir, it does have close to 200k gold, and I need gold than I do elixir right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this base because I really just need the gold right now so I can upgrade my walls. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and check to see if there's any Clan Castle troops, put the Barbarian down. Okay, there isn't. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and drop my Giants here on this bottom side of the base. That way I can take out this wizard tower and the mortar tower here on that left side. I did not see that cannon there. All good. I'm going to go ahead and drop in my wall breaker. Alright, wall breakers are getting in. Nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start slowly dispersing some of the archers and barbarians on the back side. Going to go ahead and drop an early heal just because there's a lot of damage in there. Alright. Just waiting for that mortar to get taken out. Nice. So our giants should start taking out that second mortar here any second, which is going to be amazing. And I'm going to go ahead and put a focus of a little bit more troops here on that left side, so that way they can go ahead and take out that cannon there at the top. I'm going to go ahead and drop in these goblins in there, so that way they can go ahead and head into the core of the base and take out some of those buildings in there. And overall, this is looking pretty good so far. So let me just go ahead and drop some wall breakers in there, help my giants kind of push through and get in and out. Nice. So overall, we're sitting pretty right now. A lot of our troops are still remaining. This base was a little bit rushed, but hey, we're not here to hit the base that's absolutely max. We're here to get good loot and get 3 stars. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Looking good. And there's the couple builder huts in the corners. But besides that, this is going to be a wrap, and that's going to be 3 stars. Let's go ahead and hop into attack number 2 and see what we can find. Wow, okay. This base has a ton of loot, and honestly, guys, I might go for it just because the loot here is speaking my language a little bit. And even though we're probably not going to get 3 stars because it's a Town Hall 7, we are going to do our best to snipe this. So I'm going to go ahead and put an archer up there. I'm just going to try to snipe off a lot of these pretty much resource buildings with my archers. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to put the majority of my giants here on the bottom side and push into the base. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my clan castle troops here as well. And let's do this. So I'm going to go ahead and place down these giants here on the top left. And let's go ahead and put some of the clan castle troops there as well. And let me go ahead and start putting down the majority of these troops here at the top. And let's go ahead and help them start pushing. So let me go ahead and wall break in here at the bottom. And putting down some of these wall breakers. Go ahead and push in. Nice. We are in. Alright. And as soon... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and drop a relatively early heal. So that way my troops can go ahead and start carving out some of those defenses there at the top. Nice. And I'm going to put a bunch of archers there at the bottom. So that way I can snipe off some of these bottom buildings there as well. And let's see. Overall, we're sitting really pretty so far. I'm going to go ahead and drop another heal there. Keep these giants alive. And then I'm saving the goblins for that bottom side. So for the core once they get that cleared out a little bit more. So just waiting for the giants to do a little bit more damage over there. I'm going to go ahead and drop all those archers on that top air defense. So that way I can go ahead and try to get that taken out. And let me just go ahead and drop these goblins in there while I can. Boom. Oh, they didn't take out the archer tower. Hopefully this... No, I wasn't able to take it out. But maybe some of these goblins can do some damage there in the core. Get that town hall taken care of and get a chunk of loot from there. Because they're not getting touched right now. And that's why we want to save those goblins for later in the round. Because we want to keep them alive so that way they can secure a lot of that late loot. So this wasn't the plan. This wasn't really what I planned on doing, which was attacking a Town Hall 7. But when the loot is there, we don't ignore it, and we're gonna go for it. So that's gonna be that for pretty much this raid right here. It's really just some giants remaining. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, and let's see what we got. 479,000 gold, 183,000 elixir, and 126 dark elixir. What a raid. Really happy with that. That's going to allow me to get a lot of these walls done as well. So really happy with that, and the loot that raid got me. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.